Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Carter's garret, he nuzzles Hope, who gushes that last night was inconceivable. He tells her that he's there for her in bad times and good times always. They embrace. Sitting on Carter's stage, Hope says she doesn't want to leave his arms. Carter doesn't want to either, but he has to talk to Ridge. He's certain he can get him to reinstate her and her line. In Forrester's main office, Eric asks Steffi if she's sure about this. She says she had no choice. Hope and her line had to go. Eric wants to know if Rich supports this decision. Brooke won't be happy when she hears about it. Rich confirms she's heard about it and isn't happy. Eric tells Steffi that Hope is family. Steffi says she's not a Forrester, and that family doesn't treat family like Hope's treated her, going after her hubby. Eric slams Commodity down on the office and says he hates this. It should no way have come to this. Hope needs to find another man and not go for her hubby. At Brooke's place, she and Katie bandy Hope's blasting with Zend, who can't understand them pulling the draw on the line. Brooke says it wasn't a business decision, but a particular attack by Steffi on Hope. Zend learns that as of history, Hope was gone from the company along with her line. He asks what's passing at Forrester. Brooke complains she's fully banished. Steffi is criminating Hope of commodity she didn't do. In the design office, Lainey and Tony watch while working with his earbuds in and talk about how hot he is. He notices them and teases them that he's joining the superintendent. They flirt with him and invite him over to Lainey's place latterly. Elektra walks by and apologizes for interposing. Will introduces the girls and tells them that Elektra is working on the jewelry line with Ivy. Lainey shrugs. We all have to start nearly, don't we? Will and Elektra keep beaming at each other as they work. The other girls watch. Lainey then walks over to apologize to Elektra for not knowing who she was before. They get called down, and Lainey reminds Will to come to her place latterly. She'd like to talk without any interruptions. After, Elektra says she doesn't suppose Lainey likes her veritably much, but teases Will. She loves you, however. Will tells her to forget about Lainey. He wants to get to know her, and says she's veritably beautiful. At Brooke's house, Zend's now heard the story about Hope Wharf on top of Finn in lingerie. He can see how Steffi would jump to the conclusion she did. Katie says it was an accident, she tripped. Brooke states that her son wasn't trying to betray Steffi's hubby. Zend complains about his part as lead developer being gone. He asks if Ridge is just going to let this be. In the main office, Eric goes on about Hope being a part of the company for a long time. Steffi says that's not what this is about. She can't just let her make defenses. Brooke will do that for her, however. Eric tells his granddaughter she has every right to defend herself in her marriage, but it's not right to make business opinions grounded on particular grievances. Rich defends Steffi's decision. Eric repeats that it's particular. Steffi tells her granddad she advised Hope. Now she has to face the consequences and there's nothing anyone can do about it. At Carter's garret, he tells Hope he has to try and get through to Ridge. I've to exhaust every option ahead, she asks. Before what? He doesn't answer, but urges her not to give up. This isn't over. Hope gushes about what it means to have a man like him fighting for her. He vows to get through to Ridge and takes another kiss for the road. In the design office, Will tells Elektra about the Hope for the unborn line drama. He decides he doesn't want to dish as an intern and asks her to tell him the story of Elektra Forrester. All he knows so far is that she has a beautiful grins in these eyes that. She smiles and insists there's not that much to tell about her. Will Dubaides that. He knows she's a Forrester. She wonders if he thinks she got the job due to nepotism. Will reminds her he's working there because of his mama. He can tell she's the kind of woman who makes an impact. She clearly has on him. At Brooke's place, Katie, and Zend suppose Eric needs to be told about what Steffi's done. This is commodity she wouldn't have done to anyone but Hope. Zend loves his kinsman, but she has to put her passions about Hope away for the company. Hope has the most pious suckers imaginable. Hope walks by and agrees there will be counter-reaction. She's concerned about how this is affecting everyone differently, especially Zend. She shares that all stopgap may not be lost after all. In the main office, Rich tells Steffi he gets his pater's response. He's always been Brooke's champion and cares about Hope. He cares about Steffi too. Steffi's apprehensive that Brooke will go over there and turn on the waterworks. She gets it. She's a mama too, but she should have tutored her son to admire boundaries. Hope has disrespected her over and over again. Carter appears and says he knows that how it might feel, but it's not what happened. Hope didn't discourteousness you or your marriage. At Brooke's place, Hope tells the group that she was speaking with Carter before. He's gone to see Ridge and she's no way seen him so determined. He's going to try to get through to Ridge and get him to stop Steffi from doing what she's doing. In the main office, Carter tells Steffi that Hope didn't discourteousness her or her marriage. He doesn't blink what she did with Finn at Eric's. That was wrong and she regrets it. Steffi says she crossed the line with her hubby again. She saw it with her own eyes. Ridge grunts that he knows he's trying to keep the peace, but Carter says he's trying to stop them from making a disastrous business decision. Hope's line is the gateway to the youngish demographic. Are they running the company grounded on particular opinions? Steffi warns Carter he needs to be veritably careful. Carter asks if Ridge feels that way too. He likes to suppose that his opinion counts. It's time Steffi stopped with this Forrester versus Logan war. It's ridiculous. She can't take her particular passions and battles into the boardroom. This shows a huge lapse in judgment and leadership. I wouldn't let you do this to her. I wouldn't allow it. Steffi Forrester will give John Finnegan updates on the rearmost drama that just went down at Forrester Creations. Since Steffi couldn't tolerate Hope Logan crossing the line again, she fired her and banned her from the structure. Now that Steffi feels satisfied over Hope's discipline, she'll spread the news to Finn and get his blessing. Of course, Finn will apologize for the chaos in the design office, but Steffi will reiterate that it's not his fault. Steffi only holds Hope responsible for making her move on Finn. And now that Hope's done at Forrester Creations, Steffi will want to concentrate on the love she shares with her hubby. During some cozy moments alone, Finn and Steffi will strengthen their commitment indeed more, as they let passion erupt. Speaking of passion erupting, Hope and Carter Walton's passions for each other will boil over. Carter has really stepped up for Hope and supported her in the fate of her misreading with Steffi, so she can't thank him enough. Hope and Carter haven't hit the wastes yet, but they should change that soon enough. Carter and Hope will make some professions of love before getting swept up in some sizzling scenes together. While Hope and Carter take effects to the coming position, Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester continue their battle about Hope and Steffi. Although Brooke will be tempted to slip the sap about Carter and Hope's secret love, it looks like she'll keep her pledge not to gossip in the end. As a result, Ridge will stand by Steffi's decision to get relief of Hope. It'll bring Ridge and Brooke to a tough consummation about the fidelity they're always going to have for their separate daughters over each other. Our prognostications allude that Brooke and Ridge's relationship may head upwardly indeed further soon, so stay tuned to see if a Taylor Hayes reunion is in his future. Ridge and Brooke's fortune may not be as locked in as they allowed.